Okay, and we're back. Not cleared? You don't say. I'm just hoping for not too many crushers on the way up. All I can see happening with this card system is, in all honesty, unless this gives us more rewards, and if we pass this, I will be looking very closely at the amount of rewards. Because unless this is giving us extra, I would see no reason to do these challenges. So much so as to probably say I would re-roll the mission if I got a lobby where it had so many negative challenges on. I like the idea of the corruption cards, but some of them are a bit much, and again, if it's not giving me a reward for it, why? Just why? Oh my, oh, I thought for a moment that was a bat. I thought it was a bat. It's not a bat. Now, this place is ridden with weapons. Not be much here. Scopes, bombs.
Come on, move it.
Sniper rifles, ammo. No weapons whatsoever.
Which is good because it's been a shitty week.
Melee weapons, that is. Not so much as a butter knife. There's still this room.
Let's see what you've got for us. Let's go!
Please remind me, was this an order or did we volunteer? If it's the latter, what were we thinking? Reloading!
Rest in peace.
Motherfuckers! Looks like I got a tooth stuck in there.
Where is everyone else? What the fuck are they all doing down there?
No big deal. No big deal.
Cover me! Reloading!
Friendly fire! Evangelo's down!
Come on, Evangelo.
Right, we've closed it off.
Thanks.
Let's see
We
what's
need to be
ahead, shall we?
moving way faster and hitting way harder than that and sticking together more.
Yeah.
What have we got in there? I tried to peer in through the window. That was not worth taking at all. We can't close that one, there's no red barrel, so we need to leave.
Holly's down.
Don't just be walking around carrying a propane tank.
I got you, Holly.
I owe you
Right.
one. Again.
No tools available, we can't open that.
Flashlight time. This way.
If we complete it within 5 minutes and 14 seconds and counting, oh god. Oh god, why are they all down there? Why are they all down there?
Lost Holly. He's alright. Shoot it in the head. Then maybe a couple more times just for luck.
And there was nothing to loot. How are they all still down? Well, 2 of them are still down there. There was nothing to loot. There was nothing there. Why are they still down there? What was that about? You meant to... Really? This bit is meant to be kind of run through fast so they don't overwhelm you?
Need to reload.
We are not doing that. Anyway, we are damn close to the end because it's telling us about a safe room, which I believe is in actual fact just up there. And then it'll be the big finale. And then that's it. We've completed Back for Blood Beta. Using just a bat. Safe room is through that room there. Just in there. You just have to go there. It's in that room. Just have to get in there.
Watch your fucking fire.
Sorry. Not bad. Not bad at all.
The zombies will infinitely spawn out of that mine shaft. They need to just
Strike. Gotta reload.
wipe them out and just run through. Cause a break and get in. There we go. We're in. If it weren't for that crusher, I'd still be alive. I'm a bit annoyed now because I spent about, what will it have been, 1.2 foul coins on just healing for that to happen. Did I inflict 0 friendly damage? My god. Only 71 supplies for all of those corruption cards on. Jesus Christ. I honestly think that is the hardest level I've done. And I've completed, quote unquote, completed there in a loose sense. The team made it, and I'm part of the team, so... Right. Now, this has been known to be glitched in the current state of the beta. We have, just looking at the clock, a bit over 15 minutes. So there's a chance here that enemies will not have spawned. And when I say that, I really do mean it. The enemies may not have spawned. They're meant to be down there. Now, it might not have put them in because not everyone's connected yet. It might only spawn them in when we get down there. I don't know. Maybe it only does it when you open the safe room. But, as far as I can tell... Yeah, there it is. It's spawning all the items. I don't see zombies. The job here is to get those shells in that gun to blow up that tunnel where the zombies in this area are coming from. Is there anything to buy? Not really. No point in getting pain.
You'll be right as rain in no time.
Oh.
I owe you one.
Too bad someone doesn't have 100 spare copper.
Let's go.
Right, well, might as well buy something.
Don't need this.
Nice.
Okay, the fact he's down there and not dead, yeah, it's glitched. We've got a
They
glitch.
had the right idea. We just need to finish the job.
Cool.
So, all we do,
Time for greed
we
and
go
we're
here,
out of here.
we load the
Let's
ammo
blow that
in.
mine.
I'm gonna go and get something to defend myself with, just in case. After this, I think, but... yeah, there are some knocking about, but... yeah, every single shot is meant to trigger a horde. You can even see some of them up there, just sort of derping about. Occasionally one manages to path its way down, but yeah, I think there is definitely something broken about this. When I've been playing through the beta, I would say it's like a 1 in 4 chance that it's not broken, that it's like fixed.
Shoot the head.
There we go. There's that much stuff down here, there always tends to be a melee weapon. Annoyingly enough as well, I've just remembered I had a defib unit last game, but unlike Left 4 Dead, if you're carrying a defib, it doesn't drop your items upon death. So they couldn't actually, even if they wanted to, they couldn't pick up my defib and revive me with it. If it were Left 4 Dead, I wouldn't have died because I'd have had the foresight to have been carrying a defib. And assuming that the team are semi-competent, they would basically, yeah, they'd go and... oh wow, you can see it up there, can't you? Poking its head up. It spawned an ogre in. So yeah, on Veteran, you do actually get an ogre spawn, and each one of these adds a new corruption card and then spawns them in. It's like meant to be this really absolutely crazy frenetic ending. We won't get to see it because, well,
Cool.
yeah, ain't happening. The good news is we will complete the run no matter what. We've done it. And the round has rolled off somewhere and I can't find. There it is.
Reloading before you fire. Oh shit! Sorry.
And
Focus your fire.
they're killing the ogre for the lols.
Need to reload.
Gotta have a soft spot. Just need to find it. Hold on, people!
Why do these things take so long to die?
That's what you get messing with H.R. Hoffman and company.
Explosion killed. What the hell?
There we go, Hoff.
I don't even know what happened there.
Thank you.
But we are out.
Nice.
So yeah, what active cards is there now? So we've got Ferocious Wretches, Ferocious Crushers, Ogre, Ferocious Exploders, Ferocious
Time to
Hockers.
make our exit.
And we would normally, we'd normally have all of those on. It keeps adding them as you go. It is actually, when it's working, a really intense, pretty good finale. Did literally nothing, that one. Doesn't offer many supply points though, because it's very short, even though it's supposed to be very frantic. But there we go, we've done it. We've beaten the Back 4 Blood beta using nothing but bats, machetes, and an assortment of axes. On veteran difficulty, I'll add. Not, little Weasley, ooh, I'm beating it on normal easy mode. No, we've done it on, man mode. Normal difficult. Well, actually, as I said in prior episodes, it doesn't really have a normal, this game. It has easy, hard, and very hard. There is no normal. And again, the difference is players have additional health, ammo, extra strikes, trauma resistance, deal more damage, and gain extra healing and trauma recovery between safe rooms with no friendly fire. On Veteran, you lose all of those bonuses, and there's 35% friendly fire, and it doesn't tell you this, but when you go to a med station, on Survivor, you get 4 free charges. So each one of you can use a med station for free once, right? Before you have to start paying. Or someone can grab more than one charge if you're in dire straits or whatever. You can share them out, you see fit. But Veteran, you only get one. You get one freebie at the med stations, nothing else. Nightmare, it's not even free. And you get one less life, and you take additional trauma damage, and the Ridden have more health and damage, and you deal 60% friendly fire. So keep that in mind, 60% friendly fire. If we get our axe, this is where the axe would be really scary, and you'd have to be incredibly careful, because those moments where it goes, you accidentally did some friendly fire damage. Yeah, we do 219 with this. 60% of that is 120. That's enough to kill someone. You can one-shot someone if you hit them with the axe on Nightmare mode. Not only that, but keep in mind that I deal bonus melee damage using that build. A lot of bonus melee damage. Anyway, it's a bit late now, but finally got enough for Berserker, so I could by all means add that to the build. Again, the build, if you're looking what it was, we've got Batter Up for melee damage and health. We have Slugger for health, melee stamina efficiency, and melee attack speed. Motorcycle Jacket for damage resistance. Battle Lust to heal for melee kills. Heavy Attack for bonus damage when you use it. Brazen for stamina efficiency and attack speed for melee weapons. Durable for trauma resistance and health. Cross Trainers for stamina regen, move speed, and health. Scar Tissue to take 1 less damage from all Ridden. Padded Suit for additional damage resistance and minus some stamina efficiency. Arguably, it's not great for the build because of the stamina efficiency, but the extra damage resistance, especially on Veteran, is much needed. Then the Superior Cardio for stamina, sprint efficiency, and health. Trauma resistance, but minus ammo capacity on the body armor. We don't care about the ammo capacity though. Energy drink, we lose a bit more damage resistance, but we gain 40% stamina. Vitamins for some extra health, and hydration pack for again some extra health, but we lose some more ammo capacity. But this is by no means a perfect build. There are other things in there. I know that one of the cards that is, I think it's on the multiplayer, but not the single player. However, you can get it in single player as a random drop in those boxes where you can buy cards from throughout the level. I have got it, I think, twice. Face Your Fears, when you kill someone within, I think, 2 or 3 meters, you gain 3 temporary health. And obviously temporary health goes beyond it can go beyond your max. Much more useful for this build. There are even more cards, like that Berserker there. And I know there's one called Spiky Bits that adds more damage. I know there's one called Meth Head that makes you strike even faster with melee weapons and increases the efficiency with them. On the durability front, the sort of damage resistance, there is one called Motorcycle Helmet I know exists, that gives you 25% damage resistance, a huge amount, equal to the other 2 added together, and the only negative is that you can aim down sights, which you could use either with a pure melee build, or if you are still wanting to use a gun. I mean, don't see why you wouldn't use a gun if you're not doing the challenge. If you're doing this properly, being a sweat triad, by all means, you know, you can just go ahead and I would recommend a shotgun, preferably the AA, the auto shotty. They're useful for when a mutated zombie comes up, when a mutation comes up. You can just blast them with your entire mag and be done with them, basically. Blast them with that. If everyone else shoots into them as well, you'll probably kill them before they even get to you, most of the time, unless they're armoured ones or whatever. But I can definitely see with the different cards and builds, the idea of certain like builds being useful. I could see on Veteran and on Nightmare especially, someone carrying some kind of economy build where they have loads of extra spawns and stuff that they get. I could see the idea of on that as well. You could have someone as a melee only character and just be your main tank sustain, and maybe keep someone behind them who is a sniper. And I believe one of the other characters yet to be added is meant to be a sniper character. But I can definitely see the strategy in there. But yeah, this is by no means a perfect melee build. There will be better cards. One thing I would like to see in the final version of the game would be increased deck size, because almost sounds dirty, doesn't it? But yeah, increased size on your player decks would be welcome. I think even though you're unlikely to get to the point where you've got all your cards, you can. And I would also suggest as well that not only should you be able to get to the point where not only should you be able to put more cards in, but again, I'd like the idea of being able to buy them from shops and things. You could even allow players to like choose corruption cards to add in, but it gives you more rewards and things, so the more difficult it is, the more rewards you get, incentivizing you to try the harder difficulties. I think it's better than the current system, where it's almost penalizing you because on the harder difficulties you're less likely to survive and get all 4 of you in, whereas on Survivor it's a cakewalk and it's easy to grind out, and the reward difference isn't very great between the difficulties. I think it's an oversight on their part. It's a beta, and this is just that'd just be tweaking numbers, so easily changed, but something to consider. But yeah, hard mode and with that said, like I say, there's definitely other things I could put in there, make it better, but I think at this point while there are other cards, possibly better ones, there's not much I would change out without it. Like, it'd have to just be a similar card but better in order to get into the deck at this point. I could probably put Berserker in, but I would probably have to remove something that is actually pretty decent at this point. It'd have to be something like Vitamins, which is just extra health or something. Because a lot of these are important. I'm not that sold on the heavy attack. Because you have to charge it, it's actually quicker to just swing twice almost. So I'm not sold on that. It kind of changes the behaviour of the weapon so that the axe has a swing attack, but because it lurches you forward, usually past the enemy, because they bunch up when they get to you. Up to that point, they're all kind of spaced out a bit, running towards you. I would argue that because of that, it either needs to remove that burst forward, or it needs to just... I'm trying to think, maybe remove the burst forward. That might help. Honestly, I would just have that as a mechanic rather than it being a card. I don't know why it's a card. They could just add that in. Make the melee combat a bit more varied. But I'm not sold on it really yet, so I could probably change that out for something. I could probably change out, in all fairness, maybe a few others, maybe again, maybe Vitamins, but the health is useful, especially because it means you can take more trauma damage. But you're getting to the point now where the deck's pretty full and it'd be hard to swap things out. Like gaining the temporary health from kills, for example, if I were to get that card unlocked in the full game. Unsure. Might do, but it's a real good card, but I have to swap something out, and that's where the issue is going to come. Overall thoughts on the beta, on the game in general. I've gone over a lot of it throughout these episodes. I'm not going to kind of rehash points over and over again, but as kind of a too long didn't read. Like, my main issue comes down to my main issues are I could forgive if mods weren't in. I get it. It's going to be cross-play. It's going to be. It's not like it's only on Steam, so they'd have to come up with their own modding support page where you can download them all from. They'd basically have to reinvent Steam's workshop on their own platform. It would be difficult. I can get why it's not in, but it would be missed. It's going to be missed, all those like cosmetic things and custom maps. I remember once playing like a custom map, modded custom map, where I reskinned all the zombies as Alien from Aliens and the Hunters, and made it so it were in a special mode where the only things that spawn were zombies and hunters. It was about as ridiculous as you would expect, but you can do that with mods, and it's fantastic. And that and the game modes, like there were game modes that made it more like Call of Duty zombies, and there were loads of stuff like that. They had a bit of spice to things, and that's kind of like the corruption card system on this and the mutation, and like little things like that. So Left 4 Dead 2 kind of had something like that with the mods, and the corruption card system on this doesn't quite meet that, and it certainly doesn't fill the hole of all those maps that are made by the community. Secondly, we're out of campaign PvP. It's a hard sell without the campaign PvP. That was my favourite part of Left 4 Dead 2. It's the reason why I ended up spending over 200 hours instead of 20 on it. You play the campaign once, and then you play it over and over and over again in PvP. All other modes pale in comparison to the campaign PvP. It's the main part of that game. They've carved it out, God knows why. I've looked at an interview with them and they said, but it can be quite long. Getting people to commit to a long game is difficult, and it can be quite annoying when you're the losing team. and you know you're going to lose, so you're kind of just going through the motions, and you don't want to lose. I guess in this case it'd be a supply bonus at the end. I get that, but you could just add a forfeit button and then it just tally up the scores, dish out the rewards so they can receive the reward without quitting and losing it because someone got salty and left. You can do that. You can do that. There are ways to solve it and implement a proper matchmaking system that tries to put competent players with people of similar competency, you know, just things that other games have done for years could easily be implemented to solve those problems. And lastly, the pricing gets me. So as much as I really do actually like the campaign, I like the card system, I think it really adds a breath of fresh air. I think they've done a fantastic job with the characters, and they've done a fantastic job with the enemies. It's legally distinct from Left 4 Dead, so I get that it's not going to be Left 4 Dead, but kind of similar. But they've done a good job regardless of still making the characters really cool, and you can get behind them, and the enemies are really cool, and some good ideas for the mechanics on how they should work. They've done an excellent job doing that whilst trying to remain true to Left 4 Dead without just being overtly, yeah, it's Left 4 Dead. You know, the idea like the crushers, the bruisers, and I think they've done a good job. But the fact comes down to, without that PvP mode, without the other stuff, it's just a reasonable length campaign with some replayability, but they want 60 quid. And I have Left 4 Dead, and when I bought that it was 25. In fact, it might have been 20. It wasn't much. You know, I could get, 2, maybe even 3 Left 4 Dead copies for the same price, at the release price, right? For the same release price as this. Now I could get I could probably get about enough Left 4 Dead copies to give to enough people to create an entire PvP lobby, and still have change from the 60 quid I would spend on this, right? And from the sounds of things, they're planning season passes from the looks of the different versions of it. They're planning season passes. They're going to be adding like new characters, which I assume will mean new cards. That means there's probably going to be power creep with the cards. So, if you haven't got the new character, you're not going to be able to do the new mega difficult mode. Got to pay that money, that sort of thing. At least it's not going to be overtly money grubbing. We've been not much in way of PvP. If PvP were in and they were doing that, I think everyone would have already been accusing them of pay to win. But I think that's those things together. Is it better than Left 4 Dead 2? It's prettier looking, but not without those features and with that price range. I would probably buy this at 40 quid. When it's come down by like 30, when it's come down by about a third, yeah, like 33% discount or whatever, maybe buy it. Come Christmas, it will be surprising to me if it wasn't on some kind of small sale where they just knock you a bit off. If not at Christmas, then probably sometime early next year. They'll probably knock you a bit off. At that point, I would buy it, because it is good. It's just not good enough. There's lots of little issues where it falls short. It falls short on the melee, a little bit in the campaign. The PvP falls really short, and it's just that kind of thing. And as a result, yeah, I wouldn't buy this at launch. If you are on Xbox, I believe they're doing it on Game Pass. You can get it dirt cheap. Do that. It's absolutely worth that much for you. Absolutely, it's worth that much. Otherwise, I would recommend you revisit Left 4 Dead 2, complete the campaign. Bit of a nostalgia trip. It'll probably be on sale by then. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, if you've managed to stick around this entire time. I'm glad I managed to do it. We are at the end of the beta now. It's still running, but obviously I think if you were to click on... and there's my proof. I'm going to keep that, just hold that there as proof that it was done. But yeah, if you're going to, if I were to try looking for a server now, it would just say failed to join matchmaking because it has ended. But very enjoyable few weeks on the beta. I've had a nice weekend on it. But those are my thoughts. That's my challenge done to assert dominance. Thank you very much for watching. Please feel free to stick around the channel if you're interested in any of the other videos I'm currently going and doing. And all that said, I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.